from Bugoma, Gongwa, MONBASA, MVITA. I'm going to talk about the AKSUM Empire. The AKSUM Empire was amongst the largest empires that lasted for quite a while in the history of the world. This AKSUM Empire stretched from part of Ethiopia to southern Saudi Arabia. It had trade with different places in the world, some from Europe, Africa, and some parts of Asia. It was a trading port, very important. They had their own coins. This is the place in the Bible where they tell us the Queen of Sheba came from. Remember the Queen of Sheba who went to see King Solomon about his wisdom? Yes, that's where she came from. And when she got there also, she got wiser. She knew you cannot see all this greatness and leave it there. And she also decided to package for Africa something very important. She brought us the lineage of Solomon, a son by the name Menelik. That started the Solomonic dynasty in Ethiopia. They embraced Judaism of that time. They had kings, and there appears to have been in the lineages a king who would be in charge of other kings. That is where the name King of Kings come from. They had a king of kings. So I gather maybe that's where even in Christianity we may have gathered the name King of Kings. Because from Judaism they went straight to become a Christian state. Christian lineage of kings. The last lineage in the Ethiopian was King Haile Selassie, who was the last one to rule Ethiopia. This is a strange, this is an interesting lineage, because people have been looking for something very important. People have been looking for the history of the Ark of the Covenant. Some people have gone as far as Scotland, believing that the fighters who fought during the Crusades took the Ark of the Covenant to Scotland. Some have gone as far as North America, believing that the Ark of the Covenant is hidden there. Some, during the Crusade war in Jerusalem, some went searching it under the former temple of Solomon. And people are not sure what they found, but looks like nobody came out with the Ark of the Covenant. There have been stories, but also there have been stories from Ethiopia that the people who belong to this lineage claim that Menelik one time went to visit his father, King Solomon. And King Solomon, he is supposed to have taken the ark from King Solomon and taken it to Ethiopia. That is the story they have. And that ark is kept in a certain church, and there are replicas of that ark. According to stories, they say that the ark chooses somebody who will take care of where it's it's kept. Not everybody goes there. It's a holy place. And it picks the person who has to attend to it. Ethiopia, the Ethiopian Orthodox, has 81 books. Some of the banned books, books like Jubilees, books like Maccabees, and others that talk of the struggle of the Jews and they themselves, because there was always a connection. And there was a time even when the state of Israel came back, they came for their king. Some of them, most of them are still in Ethiopia, but they came for their king, the sons and daughters of their own blood who are there. But apart from that, the Bible with many books, because I know most Christians know that the Bible has got 66 books. So I would like to tell you now, currently we are operating 3 Bibles. There's that one of 66. Is Catholic 73, 70 something? You can find out. And there is the Ethiopian Orthodox, which has the largest number of books, 81 books. Those are the 3 Bibles currently in use. So when you are told, don't say the Bible has only 66 books. Currently, we have 3 different numbers. But like I said, a Bible is a collection of books. It can exceed that. Like the Ethiopian Bible exceeded that. It's only that the books were reduced. So it can exceed that because there are books that were also removed. Having said that, I'm not only going to stop on talking about the king who was called King of Kings and the story about the Ark of the Covenant. I'm going to talk about something very nice that is happening presently. Of all the countries, Ethiopia stood independent. It was only conquered, it was never colonized. It was only conquered for a short while by the Italian. That's where there was that war, the Italian War. In this town of Bungoma, you will always find elderly people saying the War of the Italia, but Battaglia. That was the war when the Italians, that time on the Mussolini's camp, and we were a British colony or protectorate colony by then. The Italians were in Somali and we were defending that. It was those the Italians versus the group that was dealing with the Britons and the Americans. So it's only that time. But it has been a proud, independent country that has never been colonized. It's not only that we are competitors with Ethiopia in marathons and long distance races. We know they are tough and they know we are tough too. We are hard bones to crack. But that's not the bottom line. There are some good things that the Ethiopians have been doing. If you look on the internet and such like things, you find that they are immigrating from the oil energy to the electric energy. They have put trams in their systems, introducing electric trains in their systems. And with electricity, having hydroelectricity, it is cheap to maintain things that way. If you import electric cars on the road, they are slightly ahead. But the rest of East Africa, because when you are in a race, you take those who are almost at your level, and then you advance to another level. It will be wonderful if we can keep up with the pace of Ethiopia. Let's also have our trains electrical, have our cars electrical, have trams, have gondolas. I've seen in South America there are those cars that go on electric wires. So you don't have to build roads. Just get a place where there's an elevation. And even things like jams that are in Nairobi. It's good we thank the former president for having built an express road to the airport. A wonderful thing. But also if we can add things like that, you put the gondola, you put all those things to make traveling easier and manageable. It is possible. The Ethiopians have done it. We can follow suit so that we are in the race, we don't be left behind. Other East African countries can also take on that, because that is the way to go. It's my take that the Ethiopians have not only been an example in religion, but they are also showing us the way, and we should also move along the same way. Let's compete because we are of the same level. That's my take to the countries of Africa, countries of East Africa. Thank you.